It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
What up, though, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Eazy, and we are back on another episode of Speak Easy Podcast. I'm joined by my man Brian Maxwell. How are you doing, man? Hey, real talk though, I appreciate you for joining tonight, man. I know how it is, those late night practices. It's already late. You already go to sleep, and you just want to shower and hit the bed. I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you, man, for even hitting me up and wanting me to be a guest, man. It's a true blessing. And shoot, I'm all after the gym. I'm usually up anyways because I'm always thinking about what I'm going to do the next day to make things better and to pursue something to keep everything going. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, see, because you've been fighting since like 2011?
Yes, sir. I've been on the grind since 2011. It's been a long journey.
It is a long journey, bro. Because I just do like a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but I know like the professional fighters there, man, it's like blows my mind because I know just starting up, it's rough, like because you're not really making no like good money, but you're still getting your ass beat in the gym, and then you go get your ass beat for the fights. It's like I respect you guys a lot.
Yeah, man, it's wild. Like when I first started, man, it was just me, man. Like I had a newborn. Like when I first started training, my son was literally 2 days old. I would take him to the boxing gym with me that I trained at that point in time when I first started, and I'd be in there for an hour or two, hitting the pads and stuff and getting a little bit of work in, and then like I said, man, when I first started, it was just me before I even got with a team and started training, before I even knew about the MMA scene in my area or state or in general. It was just me, dog. Like it's been a long road.
That's crazy, man. Now here you are preparing to fight on the undercard of a Floyd Mayweather card of all names in a boxing match. That's insane.
Yeah, man, it's a true blessing, and I highly appreciate the opportunity, and I'm going to make the best of it. And I know Chad is taking this seriously, but I think I'm taking it a little bit more serious than he is. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were talking a little bit before we started the live stream. You were actually like a fan of football. We were talking about Calvin Johnson and stuff like that. So obviously you're familiar with him and his career and whatnot.
Yes, sir. I've been following that man's career since literally day one. I'm a fanboy, but at the beginning of finding out about this fight, I was still a fanboy, but that fanboy is gone right now. I'm in fighter mode, and I'm ready to entertain and put in some work.
Did you play football in high school?
Yeah, I played football in middle school and high school, and I was actually starting to play football in college, but I wasn't there for that. I was on a wrestling scholarship, and they kind of didn't like that, so they made me choose, and of course I had to choose where my heart was at and what I was there for. You know what I'm saying? So at the end, I ended up choosing wrestling because like I said, I was there for wrestling, and I was there for free, so I had to do that.
Hell yeah! What college you go to?
I went to West Virginia Institute of Technology. Go Golden Bears!
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's a little NAI school in West Virginia, and I was on their very first wrestling team in school history, so that was wonderful. I wanted to.
Yo, that's dope.
Yes, sir. At that stage of my life, coming out of high school, I've never, I had a lot of college letters, man, like a lot of college letters, more than I expected. And, I actually I've kept a bin full of those college letters since about 2005. And I still got all those letters to this day in a bin. And I look at them to, keep myself re-humbled and humble because, like I could have went to probably about 85% of D1 colleges in the nation, and I chose to go to a smaller school because I knew at that point in time in my life I was fucking cocky as hell. I was on top of my shit, and I wasn't the kind of guy that I never sat on the bench in wrestling ever. I started varsity since I was a freshman, and I didn't know what it was like to sit behind someone. You feel what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I didn't want to go to a school where I knew as a freshman, they were going to redshirt me and make me sit out, and I didn't want to do that. I'm so competitive that if I got to sit out, it's going to piss me off, and when I get pissed off, I like to fight, and I would have ended up fighting with my teammates, and I didn't want to do that, so I went to a smaller school where I knew I had a better chance and knew that I could, get in and shine early, and I exactly did that. I became an All-American freaking 3 tournaments into my freshman year, which was super dope.
That's actually insane.
Yes, sir.
I'm sitting here, man. I'm trying to think what position you played of football, though. I'm gonna try to guess. Because you wrestle and stuff like that, so I want to say DN, but you
No,
look
sir.
is
No,
DN.
sir. I was too small for that. I was a $150. I weighed 150 pounds in high school.
Free safety.
Nope.
Receiver.
Yes, I play receiver, but I started out as a quarterback. I'm left-handed. I'm a left-handed guy, and I had a pretty decent arm, and the coach was like that. But where I went to school at, they had their favorites, and sometimes when your parents got money they don't pull a lot of money into the program, that's who's going to get the spotlight. You feel what I'm saying? But they switched. They told me I should play receiver too, and I end up transitioning to a wide receiver, and I played a little bit of corner, but. I didn't play a lot. I played a little bit, but I didn't play a lot. I wasn't no superstar or anything. I was a pure wrestler, man, and that was my shit. I could tackle my ass off. If I hit you, I was there.
Yeah, man. You ever want to make the transition to defense? Like
I played corner, and I played a little bit of linebacker too, just a tad, because like I said, I was a $150 in high school, man. I didn't blow up. I gained like 20 pounds over the summer of transitioning from my senior year to freshman year in college because of the college workouts. And yeah, I was small, like literally, I was small as hell.
That's so crazy, man. It still blows my mind too, thinking about like your transition right now from like, because we're talking about normal life stuff, and I'm thinking too, like, bro, you're literally about to fight Chad Ochocinco in like 2 weeks. Like, that's so crazy, man. How has life changed from that perspective? Like, have you been getting blown up for interviews and like stuff like that?
Like this is interview number 38.
Oh shit, 30?
Yes, 30. Yeah, I'm at 38, including radio interviews and phone calls. This is 38 exactly. I did number 37 last night. I did 2 yesterday, and I got this one tonight. So yeah, this one's 38.
Are you tired of them yet?
No, man. I love doing these, man. It's I feel like I'm made for stuff like this. So a couple years back, me and a buddy started like a little live podcast, to help his promotion, and we'd get on there every week to promote it and hype up fights and stuff. Even though I fought on the promotion too, and we did a podcast literally every Monday at 9 o'clock every Monday for like almost 2 years strong. And it was a blast that let me come out of my shell, because I didn't I was doing my own thing, and then I was in a shell, and I didn't talk to people like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was not on my own, but I was my own type of person at that point in time until we started doing the podcast. And after that, man, I'm an open book, man. Like I love doing podcasts. I got the gift of gab, as my mom would say.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna have to get you on here more than do some predictions for UFC and whatnot.
Yes, sir. I'm with it. Like I said, I love doing these, man. It's a blessing, and I like to help promote not only myself but other people. You know what I'm saying? Like when we did that podcast, man, it was awesome. Like so much more things opened up to a lot of people, and more fans came to the promotion that I fought on when I, in my earlier stages of being a pro, and it was pretty lit.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Cause I started my thing in quarantine, and I kind of realized that too, like how easy, I guess, and how dope it is too, because you can hop on the mic, and once you get comfortable enough, you can be yourself. But people fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You realize the whole entire like internet world that like outside like where you stay at. You know what I'm saying? Like people fuck with you for you, and it's like I don't know, man. It's dope.
Yeah, it's awesome. You get to, like I said, I was kind of in the shell, and once I got to open up and start being myself, letting everyone see who I really was, you feel what I'm saying? It's a blessing and an honor, man. And you really find out who really fucks with you when you do podcasts. Like that shit's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
when you first start out, you get, a few views, a little few hundred views. And then when you getting thousands of views, that's when people are really starting to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, you were hitting thousands.
Yes, sir.
Oh, y'all should have never stopped.
I mean, hey, life got in the way. My partner, he ended up he didn't want to do MMA anymore. He also fought bare knuckle too, but he got back into hockey, and he has a super successful hockey store now. They're actually one of my sponsors. They're called the Hockey House here where I live at, and he's done his thing with the hockey in this community, and it's like super super big back in this area now, because for a long time hockey in this area was non-existent, and now a big thing. So
Yeah.
we kind of went our separate ways, but we still talk to each other almost every day. So he's like one of my best friends.
But I guess back to fighting and whatnot. So it sounds like your background mainly MMA from the wrestling and stuff like that. How
Yes,
long?
sir.
Literally, like when you hit that boxing class after your son was 2 days old, that was like your first like striking class.
Yeah, man, that was my first striking class, because like I said, I did not know nothing about MMA in this area, or if anybody did it or nothing, and so I ended up getting my first MMA fight, and I needed somewhere to train, and I didn't know anything about it, so I just started going to Planet Fitness to get back in shape, because my game plan was just to go in there and take the guy down and beat him up. And I just happened to be in there one night, like super late, and this guy came in, and he had fighter shorts on, and it looked like he had some sponsors on the back of his shirt. So I took a chance. I didn't know nothing about him or nothing. I just walked up to him, was like, man, you know anything about MMA in this area? Do you know any MMA schools? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm a pro fighter. And, he's like, man, I got this boxing gym that I go to train at, and this, that, and the third. He's like, hit me up on Facebook, find me and shit, and let's link up. And we got the rapping, and that's how it happened. And I'm here now.
That's what's up, man. Hey, is there any chance I can get you to turn your phone sideways at all? Oh, no. Boom. There we go.
Okay,
Is that good for you? If you're more comfortable the other way, you can do it that way too. I'm not tripping.
Oh, you straight.
So how long after that till you went pro?
I fought as an amateur for like 5 years, because like a year into being an MMA fighter as an amateur, people were telling me, they were in my ear and in my head, like, you need to go pro, this, that, and the third. And I wasn't down for that, because I was still learning, I was still fresh, and wrestling is my shit. So that's a big part of my game. But at the same point in time, I felt like I'm gonna go to the next level when I feel like it, not while everybody's in my ear, because I was starting to be successful, and within a year of me fighting, I had already won two amateur titles in two weight classes. So that's when people really start getting in my ear, and I was like, nah, that's not my thing yet. I want to go when, like I said, I want to go when I'm ready, and when I feel like I deserve to go to the next level.
Yeah.
So I ended up winning 7 titles, amateur titles, in 3 weight classes as an amateur. And then I would have fought one more year as an amateur to get the more experience, but like for a whole year, I couldn't get a fight to save my life as the amateur. Even in different states surrounding me, like, I could not get a fight to save my life. Like, I would get a fight, and then somebody would back out, or the promoter would send me a name, and I'd be like, yes, I don't care who it is, and then they contact me back a couple hours later and be like, oh no, he doesn't want to fight you.
That's crazy, because amateur records don't even matter.
Yeah, the amateur shit don't even matter. But after during that whole year, I was checking out the business of being a pro fighter, because being a pro fighter, you're an independent contractor, so you don't want to jump in on anything, and you don't just want to do it for the money. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you first starting out, the money's not all that great. I once fought for literally $400, and that ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, $400 to fight
yeah, man.
After spending money on a fight camp and traveling and shit like that, $400 ain't shit. But at the end of the day, I studied the business, and I got my foot in the door, because it actually took me, like, when I really decided to make the transition, it actually took me 6 more months to even get my pro debut, and that shit was crazy. And I ended up going down 3 weight classes to even make my pro debut. Yeah, I ended up I ended up fighting at a catchweight of 175, and I walk around at like 220ish back then, and so I cut to 175, and I end up weighing 172. And I hadn't been that small since my freshman year in college. Like that shit was wild. But
Good thing you
like I said,
wrestled, man, because you know how to cut
yeah,
that weight.
yes, sir. I ended up losing right there at 38 pounds to make that weight. So, it was awesome. I got my foot in the door, got my feet wet, and 4 years later, we here.
Yeah, yeah. What weight class are you fighting Ochocinco at?
185, and this is a bad thing for him. 185 is where I'm best at. This will be my first time fighting at 185 in almost 2.5, almost 3 years. Like this is very bad for him because 185 is like when beast mode really comes out. It's where I'm naturally fit, and this is my 12th pro fight, and 12 is my lucky number. So it's gonna be a wild fucking night. You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's what's up, man. I knew it was gonna be all bad from right away. As soon as it came out, he was fighting a pro fighter. I was like, why are they doing this to him, bro? Like, yeah. What's your take on that? Because there's clearly a difference, man. Like between the pros and like you said, kind of conditioning. I get it. Athleticism could probably make up for some stuff, but I don't know, man. You've been fighting over 10 years now.
Yeah, it's almost in November. November will be 10 years of me fighting, and to get this opportunity at almost 10 years of fighting, especially 4 years into being a pro fighter, and this will be my 12th pro fight. Like this is amazing, and like I said, I followed Chad literally since day one, even when he was in college playing at Oregon State. You know,
No shit, that's
I
crazy.
seen his workouts, everything. Like I said, I'm a huge fanboy of Chad Ochocinco Johnson, but it's going out the window. And I know he's got some boxing conditioning to stay in shape for football. So I know his hands are going to be decent. And I know he down there in Florida, he's got access to a lot more pro boxers than I do. But at the same point in time, they're going to take it easy on him just because of who he is. And, I don't think he wants this more than I do. This means a lot to me, not only just because he's my idol, but this means a little bit more than it should be for me. And, I've been in fight camp. This is going on 11 weeks. I didn't even know nothing about this fight until like literally 4 or 5 weeks ago. And, I'm ready to rip someone's head off, and he just happens to be the man that in front of me. And, anything could happen, but I plan on coming out with this dub and putting on a great show. You feel what I'm saying? Even though it's an exhibition fight and it doesn't mean shit, my mark is going to be left, and all the opportunities and shit that come after that is going to be awesome.
Exactly. That's why I'm looking at for you too. I got a question or two because along with him being an idol of yours, as you know, he's probably for at least top 5 trash talkers when it comes to like NFL receivers, man.
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
ready
sir.
for that? From ready for that trash talk to come from my idol of yours, or ready to go back and forth with him in that aspect?
Yes, I'm with all the smoke just for the simple fact that, I've molded myself after this man. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm a good trash talker. I will roast the shit out of his ass. You feel what I'm saying? Like he can get roasted. I love talking trash, and if that's the game he wants to play, that's the game he wants to play. But at the same point in time, we've had several phone conversations and texted each other back and forth. And he says he's not with the trash talking, and he just wants to go out there and have fun. But that can all be misconstrued and be false information. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. It takes one questionable answer to a reporter about who's going to win or not. You know what I'm saying, man? I could just turn things around every once in a while.
Yeah, it can. The switch will be flipped when that happens.
Yeah, man. I wish you didn't tell me that you was texting you being cool. I would have asked you to give me a bar to roast them. But I'm gonna let y'all keep it. I'm gonna let y'all keep it cool in the meantime.
Oh, look, trust me, I got some stuff in the arsenal ready just in case.
Bars.
Like I literally got some stuff in. Like I got so many things planned out. Like I said, man, I followed this man, so anything he dishes out, can be put right back on him. So like this is some crazy shit. It's still amazing and a blessing to me. Like my running hashtag on all my social media is idols become rivals, and that's gonna stick until after this fight.
Yeah, man. This whole situation it's gotta be insane. I couldn't even process it, man.
like at the beginning, it was just overwhelming, and plus the opportunity to fight on a Mayweather card, that.
Even that part too, bro. It's all crazy, man.
Yes, sir. And throughout the day, man, I thought about it and thought about it, and I was like, man, I finally made it. And I shed a tear, man, because
Oh,
I had a brother a couple years ago. He's one of my biggest supporters, and he died on over drug use. And when I was on my way to see him, he took his last breath, and he was one of my biggest supporters, man. Like he was literally my hype man. Like he was probably one of the most hype people to ever be around. This dude's been my best friend since we were 8 years old, and if he was still here, like this fight for him, man, I would really love to see how he acted about this fight, because he'd be more hyped than I am right now. But my hype is kind of going out the window just because we're 2 weeks out and my fanboy is going, and I'm in grind time. I'm in fight mode. You feel me?
yeah. Now are you cutting weight at this point?
Yeah, I mean I am, but I ain't. Only got 6 pounds left to cut,
Oh,
and even
damn.
actually less than that, because the max I can weigh is 186, and I'm 191 right now. So only got a couple pounds left. And that's easy work. You feel what I'm saying? I've wrestled for so long that when it comes to cutting weight, it's nothing. Like I'm in the best shape I've been in a while going into a fight. And I actually cut when I first started fight camp 10 weeks ago. I was at 220, and I got on the grind, and I've been on the grind since then, and I'm 191 right now. So we in championship times.
And those phone calls, those back and forths, does he sound at all like nervous, or like how you can hear like in the voice, like I don't know, he has like too many questions about how it's gonna go down, or like I don't know, do you feel any sense of that?
I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, he's an all-world athlete, so he's super athletic, and
Yeah.
like I said before, he's got a little bit more access to train with, the greater fighters. Like right now, he's training with the Charlo brothers this week,
Mm,
and that's going to be good for him, and it's also good for me too, because I peep their stuff all the time, and I know how they work, and I like their workouts and stuff. And if he's just now starting to get serious for this fight, that's going to actually hurt him in the long run. But at the same point in time, I'm ready for two different types, two different versions of Chad. I'm ready for the version of Chad that wants to get out there and entertain and put on a show and be silly with it. But I'm also ready for the Chad that's going to try to come out there and trying to take my head off also. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
I know these guys. Me, just from playing, participating in college, guys at levels. There's a level goes up. There's an ultra competitiveness in each one of them, man. I'll be ready for that, for him to try to make a statement off of you, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, man. In all fairness, all
Yeah,
due
man.
respect, also, man.
Like it's wild. I stay on. And this fight is the most I've ever been on social media ever, just for the simple fact, just because it's so hyped up.
Did you
And
just make a Twitter?
I literally, I literally just made a
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
Like I did not have a Twitter before now, but with so much going on, and I'm here people, screenshotting and telling me, hey man, you're like a trending topic on Twitter right now. So I was like, man, fuck, I didn't want to do this, but let me go ahead and make this Twitter real quick. And it's been lit ever since. I got the scrolling and looking, and it's like, oh shit, I'm literally, my name is literally trending. And I got a actually got an email from Facebook too, like last week, that my post was superly trending, because the podcast that I did, they told me that my name was trending. And this was like within 2 days of the fight being announced. And then it's been crazy ever since then. I've gotten I just got a notification just now for my Facebook that I got 10 shares of my post today of the fight poster.
Oh,
Like
shit.
literally,
I'm gonna have to have you share this one too, then, dog. Shit.
you feel what I'm saying? But it's been pretty lit. Like my Instagram has been pretty lit. Like I've never gotten 2,000 views on a story post, and today, since the fight posters came up, like I'm at 2,000 views on my fighter post, and I only have 2,000 and some change followers on Instagram. And before this fight was announced, I only had like 1,800, 1,700 followers on Instagram. Like it's shooting through the roof, especially today. It's probably been 200 people following me today.
If you want to go ahead and shout out your Instagram in case people want to follow you.
My Instagram is Brian Maxwell 12, and you can my Twitter is Brian Maxwell Official, and of course, I got a Brian MMA Fighter page on Facebook too, but I have my personal page too. I don't want to keep giving people my personal page because I've probably gotten over 1,000 friend requests in the last 9 days. Yeah, it's been wild.
Start sending out your cash app to each one.
Hey man, hey look, I got it into Cash App in the earlier days of Cash App, and I ended up getting scammed somehow. Something got my bank card info and got me for some good money, man. So once I finally got that back from Cash App, like I put that shit in my bank and deleted that whole account. But I actually gave them another try for a second go around, so I didn't link all my shit to it like I did before. And the support I've gotten from Cash App for this fight, man, has been awesome. Like I thank all my peoples, man. Like everybody that donated for this fight camp and showing appreciation for my hard work and being a rider for me. You feel what I'm saying? And showing me some love, man. It's been quite awesome.
That's gotta feel good, man. Because as you said, it's been a long journey. 10 years at this, man. Like
yeah, it's been a long, hard road. I've had some injuries. I even had a surgery. I had one surgery in within this journey, and I had to sit out for a little while, which sucked. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Now coming from this is gonna be like a sidebar for sure. I did not expect to take this to go there, but I just need you to let some people know that's been in my live chats and on Woodward Sports. As a grappler, please tell them that Bruce Lee. I mean, you may have a different opinion. I don't know, but like, how would Bruce Lee fare against like a solid blue belt these days?
That's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think Bruce Lee would fuck a blue belt up.
What? Oh man, you're supposed to be on my team.
Man, I think Bruce Lee would fuck a blue belt up.
For real?
Damn. Just for the simple fact that Bruce Lee was one of the best martial artists on and off camera in the world. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
his martial arts was awesome, and just because everyone's seen his karate, what people didn't know is he did have a background in Chinese jiu-jitsu. Just so people do know that. If you are a Bruce Lee fan, you would know that. And Bruce Lee would fuck a blue belt up, just saying. So if I went against Bruce Lee, being the grappler that I am, he would fuck me up. Just for the simple fact.
Come on, man. It was smash him. He only weighed like 130 pounds.
Yes, if we were the same. Hey, look, I know guys that are 130 pounds that have fucked me up with me being a blue belt right now. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. And the good grappler that I am with my wrestling background, I've been torn up by some 130-pound guys, and that's no cap.
Yeah, I feel like the technique for the smaller guys honestly is like a lot more crisp. Like these motherfuckers so fast, like getting your back and shit. Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. It's different role. That's one thing I like about rolling with smaller guys, because once you adjust to their speed and their technique, and then you transition and going with somebody your size or bigger, you can kind of do the same thing with them also. So it's basically a win-win situation for everybody at that point.
Now I'm thinking about it, I do learn a lot more from like the smaller guys, because they do shit that like I don't use because I can use my weight and shit, and strength, like my advantage. But like they're like all technique, so it's like That's a great point, but I'm definitely cutting this part of the interview, man. You're supposed to be on my team, dog.
Hey, that's the same thing with me with boxing and mixed martial arts.
Uh-huh.
You know, I like going with the smaller guys just because they're fast and they make me think to where they're going to be at next. And going with those fast guys actually helps with people my size because most guys my size aren't fast. They're either muscle bound and they're slow, and you know they have their spurts. But me going with those smaller guys actually helps because once those guys tire out, I'm still good and I can still move fast. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. What has your experience been like with like an athletic build or type, like Ochocinco, and sparring and stuff like that?
I've actually had a few guys in my fight camp that are super, super, super athletic, and they're not all world athletes, but they're some pretty sick ass boxers, and you know some of these guys are athletic as fuck, and they've given me hell, but I've also given them hell too. Like boxing wise, this is probably gonna be my best boxing fight ever. Like this is gonna be super lit, and I'm feeling dangerous. My confidence and my cockiness is at an all-time level high, and you know I can't wait to fight. Like I wish the fight was this weekend for real.
I wish it was too, man. Because I'm hyped for talking to you. I'm hyped for you, man. Just like having the chance, to, like sit down and talk to you, and like, you know, hear you talk about your brother, and like you started boxing. Because I just had my son too last year, and like here you just started when he turned 2. Because I know like the motivation you get from like having a child. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're giving a purpose in life, bro. I don't know how to explain. It's like a drug sometimes too, like the love and like I don't know. I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, man, it's a gracious feeling. Like when I found out about my son, I was like, oh man, like I really got to do something for myself now, so I can give him someone to look up to. And you know, he's literally been in the gym with me since he was literally 2 days old. 2 days old, and he's 9 years old now. And you know, I'm overly protective of him, and you know, I yell at him a lot because just for the simple fact that I'm so competitive, I'm trying to make him super competitive too. And you know, I know he gets frustrated, and you know, he's a kid, so he cries. And I'm the type of father. I don't like to hear all that crying stuff because you know,
Yeah.
I kind of like I'm super super manly. I'm macho, and that crying
Alpha.
stuff to me, that crying stuff, man, is just like, oh my god, you sound like a little girl. Get out of here with that. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, he knows I don't like really mean to yell at him. It's just you know, just the competitiveness in me, and I want him to be just as good as me, if not better. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. I always tell my stepson like you don't cry unless you got a reason to. Like I always say too. I don't remember why I can't think of it right now, but I'm like, let someone pass away or something's broken. I don't want to see no tears. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly that, and that's how I feel. And you
Yeah.
know, when my son gets to crying, I'm like, bruh, chill. Well, we ain't got time for that. Like we were in the gym earlier, and you know, he finally joined the wrestling team 2 weeks ago. And is because I have a wrestling team in my gym, a youth wrestling program, and I finally let him join their team. And you know, he's like he's been wrestling, you know, around with me his whole life, and he knows a little bit of stuff. But you know, these kids have been actively with a team for years, and I let him join a team finally, and he's getting the hang of it, and he's actually surprising the coaches of how well he knows some stuff, and he doesn't know some stuff. And you know, he had a practice yesterday, and I told him it was the final straw that you know I was going to break him and make him cry. And you know, I'm not gonna hurt him or anything, but you know, if you want to be a wrestler, you got to be a wrestler, dog, because you know he's a kid. You know, he's still in his playing around with spades
Yeah.
and you know
Yeah.
goofing
Give him
off.
some time. Give him to middle school to
Yeah,
some tears.
yeah, it's just the competitiveness in me. So you know, I have to be hard on him a little bit. You feel what I'm saying?
Wait till you get some testosterone and or when you know start looking at them girls in middle school. He'll
Oh,
probably.
oh no, we really gonna have to throw hands in. You feel what I'm saying?
We do got some comments from the chat. I'll run through them, and then if you want, I'll let you get going. If you want, you know, shout anybody you want to shout, your sponsors
Hey,
or
look,
whatnot.
we can rock as long as you want to, dog. I'm here to answer anything and everything you got to ask.
All right, bet. All right, this one I'm curious to your answer, so I'm gonna hit this one first. My man Devin99, he says Nate Diaz or Leon Edwards is upcoming. Oh, I think he's saying Nate Diaz over Leon Edwards, but I think he's tripping. But who you got?
I
in
don't
that
think
fight?
he's tripping. I
Nope.
like Leon Edwards, but I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan. I actually have a homeboy that's in one of my car clubs that is like super close friends with Nick and Nate Diaz, and they've been actually following me as fans for bare knuckle, and I've chatted with them once or twice, and they have a CBD brand called Game Up, and they send me stuff all the time, man. Like I rock with the Diaz's, so if the Diaz's fight anybody, I don't care who it is. If I like the other fighter, I'm going to choose the Diaz's over them just because I fucks with them like that.
I feel you. That's definitely a different scenario. Yo, they're good at boxing. You should hit them up, get some rounds into something.
I'm actually like probably sometime after this, and I got enough vacation time after work. After these next two fights are over with, I'm gonna take a visit out there because, like I said, one of my homies that's in my car club is like best friends with them that lives out there and hangs out with them. They've invited me to come train, so I'm definitely going to do that at some point.
Hell yeah! And then I got my man Benjamin Foe. He's a sneakerhead.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know. He said, I'm trying to see the sneaker collection. I see some Jordans.
Yes, sir. They in the back. They back there. They're a little dusty because like I barely wear them. It's actually about that time for me to clean them joints off for real. And where'd they go? I don't even think I bought them in the house yet. I just got some more J's like the other day. Some which ones are they? The red and black ones. The ones I got those. The other yeah. I got the OG version. Like I just got a pair of them the other day. Like I have a sneaker problem. I actually just got two pair of the Answers, the Allen Iverson joints in the other day too.
Damn, man. See, I got these flat ass feet, man. There's no arc in my foot, so I can never really mess with J's. But the Jordan 1s, that been the pair I always like wanted to cop some, but I just don't. My foot, man, I can't operate in them.
Yeah, the Jordan 1s are my favorite. Hey, I'm super flat footed too, and the only J's that I really rock are the 1s, the 12s, and the 13s, and the 11s. Those are the only ones I rock with, and I got, like I said, I stepped outside the box and got the Iversons because the colors were fire, so I had to get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, bet. I'm gonna have to hit your DMs after this because that's some good ass advice. I want to rock some J's, bro. I find some that fit my feet because my feet don't want to cooperate.
Yeah, but the 1s most definitely. I think the 1s are the most fire J's anyways.
Oh, absolutely.
Just for the simple fact is because they're the OG version.
The OG, and I swear, I think they look the hardest too.
Yes, sir. Like the colors that they come up with the 1s. Oh my God.
Bro,
it's just nasty. But hey, the 13s be having some hard ass colors too. So I rocks with those too.
See, I gotta check those out though, because I don't even know. I'm not even into sneaker. That's Ben's thing.
Yeah, you might not want to start that problem because literally I probably have about 2, 4, 6. I probably got about 23 pairs of shoes behind me right now, and another probably 20 some, maybe more in the closet in the bedroom.
That's wild. See, the problem I started was the damn jerseys. I just slowed myself down last year. But I got,
yes, sir.
Yeah, I used to alternate them. But my room's all crazy now.
Man, speaking of Magic jerseys, man, I got a throwback Penny Hardaway jersey in the closet. Like I've had that jersey for about 15 years, and I've only probably worn it maybe 3 times.
Is it a black one or
It's the same one you got in your background.
That's what's up. So you got good taste, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got an old Mitchell and Ness Larry Bird jersey. Man, so many people have wanted to buy that jersey off me, and I don't even know why. Like it's wild.
Well, Mitchell and Ness is like that deal when it comes to jerseys and whatnot. I know that they're like the Jordan of jerseys.
Yes, sir. And I've probably only worn that jersey like twice, and I've had that jersey for like 15 years also because at one point in time I was in the rocking jerseys all the time. That was my fit.
Yep.
A beater with a jersey on and some cargo shorts or some long
tattoos. That's what I was rocking. Like
yes, sir. Yeah, that's how I was too. As soon as I started getting tattoos, I went up on my jersey game, and I got mad jerseys in the closet, football jerseys and basketball jerseys. That's all you'll see. But now, I got a bunch of fighter tees also. So, yeah, that's my attire with a fresh pair of J's.
Yes, sir. Well, all right, this one's for me. What's your favorite football team? Because we started that conversation in the beginning, but I had to go live. I never got to ask you. What team you rocking with?
I'm rocking with the Washington football team. Born and raised a Washington football team fan, and that's what my daddy liked, so that's what I like. And you know, that's what I like when it came to basketball. Also, I'm a big Michael Jordan fan, and my dad's a Bulls fan, but my team really is the Dallas Mavericks. That's my squad. I've liked the Dallas Mavericks since the Michael Finley and Derek Nowinski playing together days, and Steve Nash on the squad. You
Now
feel
you
what I'm
got
saying?
Dog and Luca too, man.
Yeah, Luca is a beast to be a 22-year-old kid, man. Like he's an animal, and if he stays healthy, that kid's gonna be a Hall of Famer for
Bro,
damn sure.
1,000%, man. It's
Yes,
like
sir.
because I know LeBron's his favorite player, but when I watch him play, it's like it's all the skill sets of LeBron, but like the less athletic version of him. I don't even know, man. He's dope to watch.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Luca. He is athletic,
Yeah,
but he's still young, so it's going to develop. And once he develops
yeah, that's a great
into
point.
like a super grown man, like LeBron James, Kobe, Jordan level, great. That he's going to be a super problem because he's a problem now at the young age of 22.
Yo, that's a great point because wait till he gets that grown man strength. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
we're like 25, 26, maybe a little bit older.
Yes, sir. Because they say you don't really stop growing and developing until you're about 25, 26 years old. And he's 22 and he's a beast. So think about it. When he's about 25, if he stays healthy and keeps his same regiments and continues to improve.
That's a great
Man,
point because he still looks young as fuck out there. And like, you're right. Like, wait till he
yeah,
develops. Like, he'll be, yeah, he's already a problem, like you said.
yeah. So that kid is nice.
Yeah,
Like I wish he got to play longer with Dirk Nowitzki. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now we're talking about. I think that might be the next one I cop. I usually don't cop like the young dudes. I usually try like stay like old school, just because they're a
Hmm.
legend already. But like I got faith in Luca. I think Luca would be that deal.
Speaking of one of your jerseys, that Grant Hill jersey, I actually got to meet Grant Hill for
What?
the first time last year, right before COVID hit. I was at the UFC fights in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he happened to be there. And I walked past him, and somebody said his name, and I was like, "What? That's Grant Hill." And so I said something to him, and he shook my hand, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I just shook Grant Hill's hand. Like that was dope as fuck.
That's crazy. Was he big as fuck?
Yeah, he was pretty tall.
When
Yeah, he was actually taller than I thought he was.
he shook it, like, how is the hand like huge too?
Yeah, he definitely got basketball player hands.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's dope.
sir. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
All right, man. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a side question before I ask this one. How do you feel about this? I get it too, because money involved, but uh, Deontay Wilder holding up the unification of the heavyweight belts and making Tyson Fury come fight him for a third time. What's your take on that? You think it was
I
like,
love that. I
yeah,
love that. He needs redemption. I think when he lost to Tyson Fury and lost for the first time, I think it re-humbled him and it made him more hungrier. Because
yeah,
if you see Deontay Wilder right now, he's probably in the best shape you've ever seen him in.
he getting fit?
And yes, sir.
Yeah,
And I've been watching some of his training videos and stuff on Instagram and on YouTube, and he's gonna be a Tyson Fury this time. I don't know. Wilder, Fury's gonna have a problem.
you think so?
But I ain't gonna speak too much on it just for the simple fact that, I ain't really put this out there yet, but Tyson Fury might be with me at my fight next weekend. Just saying.
Yo, what?
Yeah, I ain't really told nobody about it yet, but you get the exclusive. So Tyson Fury might be with me next weekend.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I fuck with Tyson Fury heavy, man. Just like learning his like story. I mean, I fuck with Deontay Wilder too, but like watching Tyson box, bro, how big he is, be moving the way he does, like
Yes, sir. He's a big
goes
dude.
behind.
He's tall as hell. He's been in some talks with the company that I'm signed to, Bare Knuckle, but he's the boxing heavyweight champion of the world. So
Yeah,
there's nothing coming of that. But he I think he's going to be sponsored by one of my big sponsors, Fusion CBD products, and they let me know that he may be there to greet me at my fight. So that'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be dope, man. You guys send me that pic. What you guys take it to? I'm sure you'll post it on Instagram, but
yeah, it's gonna be on Instagram. It's gonna be, man, like when as soon as I land in Miami next week, it's gonna be crazy.
bro,
Like
that is
it's
insane.
it's gonna be wild. Like in all reality, honestly, I think me and Chad should be the co-main event, just for the simple fact that
It's not.
all the other fights on the fight card ain't nobody talking about them. Like nobody's talking about the other fights on the fight card. Everybody's talking about the Floyd Paul fight and the Maxwell versus Johnson fight. Like
Yeah,
nobody's talking about the other fights. Like there's a title fight on the card and ain't nobody talking about it.
this could have been its own main event, in my opinion.
I mean, it could be, but not on a Mayweather card.
Yeah, no, not no Mayweather card, but
Especially if Floyd's fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, but for real though, man, I think it should be co-main event, and cause who's talking about any of the other fights on the fight card, even the undercard, because me and Chad are the first or second fight on the main card, and ain't nobody talking about none of the other fights. So I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I'm there to fight. I'm a fighter, so we're gonna do what we do.
I promise you, you guys are like in the fans' perspective, you guys are the co-main. Absolutely. Like I said, Chad can carry his own card himself. You know what I'm saying? He's Ochocinco. Like you
Yes,
said,
sir.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
And then, add him into the mix, like with my support system that I've gotten because of this fight, like even the people that I've never talked to a day in my life that's shown support, like it's been wild. Like it's been a wild past 9 days, like superly wild. Like it's crazy. Like
Bro, it's insane actually, because you probably be celebrities out there in the front row and shit. Like, does that part trip you out at all? Or like you kind of just used to that through just fighting?
I mean, I'm just used to fighting. Like those celebrities being there, that's nothing to me, for real. Honestly, they're normal people. So they're going to be in the crowd. They're there to watch the fight. So that's normal to me. I fought in front of big crowds before. I've met celebrities. Celebrities are normal people to me, because I feel like when you meet a celebrity, you can't act like a fanboy or girl. You got to act like a normal person, because when you act like a normal person, that's when they approach you differently. That's when they'll really fucks with you and talk to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I met Kimbo Slice for the first time, he was at one of my title fights, and I could have been a big ass fanboy, but I talked to him like I've known him my whole life. You feel what I'm saying? And he ended up giving me his number, and we swapped information and stayed in contact. And it stuck with me till this day. He told me that I'm going to be blessed in this sport and I can do something, because he said that I had a special talent. And look where I'm at now. I'm fighting where he basically grew up at. You feel what I'm saying? And that is a blessing in its own. And I talked to one of his sons, every once in a while too, because me and one of his sons, Kevin Jr., are friends on Facebook. So we talk every once in a while also.
But what if it's like Holly Berry though? Because she's a fight fan. Like,
look,
that'll change nothing. You talk to Holly Berry normal?
Look, I plead the fifth. I'm not saying nothing.
Bro, I swear I'm the same way, bro.
Man, that's Halle Berry. Like, I'm not saying nothing.
My boy Jamal, he fights UFC. Jamal Hill, 205, and
oh, that's your boy?
Yeah, she was at just through this shit though, just through podcasts. I ain't got to chill with him yet. He still lives a whole like 2-3 hours away from me, but Holly Berry was at his fight, and I guess after his knockout, she texted Dana about him, and I was like, "You didn't shoot your shot." He's like, He's like, "It's Holly Berry." I was like,
"Yeah,
oh man."
Hey, I would have been froze too, for real.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
I would have froze up, because I mean, like you said, it's Halle Berry, like one of everybody's top 5 crushes of all time.
Absolutely, man. It's iconic bikini photo. Was it the orange one? Orange bikini, whatever, green, whatever it is. I could picture it. The color would change.
What, from Monsters Ball?
I think I could look at it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Man, fam, let me stay off that real quick. I'm gonna keep on topic. Errol Spence versus Pac-Man Jr. Who you got?
I got Earl Spence, man. Like, hey, don't get me wrong, Pac-Man Pacquiao is a legend in the sport, Hall of Famer for damn sure. But Earl Spence Jr. That kid is nasty. Like he's a beast.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I got Spence winning. But at the same point in time, I don't think he's going to knock Pacquiao out. I think it's going to end up going to a decision, in my opinion.
You think
But
so?
we shall see. We shall see, though.
It's crazy. Pacquiao still fighting like that level of like fighting.
Yeah,
He don't give a fuck.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got money, so he can't be fighting for the money because he's rich as
Loves it.
shit. He's a student of the game still, even though he is however old he is, he still loves his craft and loves to do what he does. And that's the kind of passion I want to have when I'm that age, you feel what I'm saying? I still want to have that fire. I still want to be the guy that still have that fighter mentality and ready to fight at any point in time.
Yeah, man. I forgot to say this earlier though, but like this is something, bro. Like your grandkids be able to look back on, talk about, and show the fight poster, and like it's dope, man. I'm happy for you.
Thank you, brother. I highly appreciate it.
Yeah, it's dope, man. All right, Chad. I'm gonna shout out to you guys real quick one more time. If you guys got any more questions, drop them. I don't want to keep you too long. We're going on an hour. All right, I'm gonna ask you questions real quick then while waiting on them, and we'll wrap it up. Is you Adesanya or Marvin Vettori?
Israel Adesanya, like I'm a big fan of his too, man. That dude is. I can't actually wait to meet that guy. Like I feel like me and him could be best friends, just for the simple fact that we kind of have like the same attitude and crazy ass fight styles. Like Adesanya is my boy. Like that's like one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite fighters right now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And when I first got into being a mixed martial arts fan, Anderson Silva will forever be my favorite fighter because that's the first person I seen fight when I got into watching mixed martial arts. And this kid is literally the second coming of Anderson Silva.
absolutely. I agree. The thing I like about him too is like kind of like you said, it's like his mentality. Like when he was talking or coming up, he was on the Ready Player One thing. But he's
Hmm.
like life is like a video game, like Grand Theft Auto 4, where you want your dude buff, take him, work him out and shit like that, and you make him buff. But like life can be like that too. Like if you want to be a fucking professional fighter, take your ass to the gym, bust your ass. You know what I'm saying, and be a
Yes,
professional
sir.
fighter. And like just that mentality has risen him literally to the top. Is like it shows you, man. Like anything, if you get your mentals right and you bust your ass, like you can almost make anything happen.
Yes, sir. And I like Usman too. Like I
Yeah,
fucks with Usman too. Like that dude is a beast. Like he's I think he's really from Wakanda for real.
so he's definitely like, bro. Now this dude is striking, bro. Like, fuck. I don't know if anybody can mess with him now, man. It had to be
Yeah,
like one of them flash knockouts because like he's just too well rounded now.
yes, sir. And that's dangerous when you get to the point where you're like super well rounded and your confidence level and cockiness is at an all time high. You're a dangerous person, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's where he's at right now. He talks his shit and he
Yes.
backs it up. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm a big Jorge Masvidal fan. Shout out to him. And like that fight actually hurt my feelings, but at the same point in time, Usman came in and did what he said he was going to do.
Nah, bro. I'm the same camp, man. Usman too. You could tell he's like more confident now talking shit because before he used to feel like he was like forcing it almost because he knew he had to. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah,
fights and shit like that. But now I can tell it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like he's complete confidence behind every word he's saying. It doesn't come off as like fakish, I guess. I don't want to say anything like that. He beat my ass, but
yeah. It's like kind of like with the podcast. He came out of his shell because
yes.
before he felt like he was being like, damn, like I don't want to talk shit. I'm super humble, but I guess I got to talk shit. But now he's really backing it up and talking that shit.
Yeah. And the crazy part too is not really like he's like talking shit. He's like just saying like what he's gonna do. And you know what I'm saying? You're not really like talking shit. He's being truthful. Like I'm gonna do this to you, and this is what's gonna happen because you can't do shit about it. And it's
That's what
fact.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and you got to respect it because he's doing his thing and he's a good champion. I do. I'm not gonna say I hate to say it, but I do want to see him versus versus Tyron Woodley again. even though that a lot of people will be against that fight, I want to see Tyron Woodley like literally be the old Tyron Woodley and fight Usman again. You feel what I'm saying? I would love to see that fight again.
That shit blew my mind, man. Just because I knew
Yeah.
Tyron wrestled too at Missouri.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And with Askren, it's like for that shit to have happened to him, I don't know if it's like a mental thing or like if Usman was just that cold combination. It blew my mind. I did not think that would happen. Do you watch Street Beasts ever?
Yeah, I watched Street Beasts. You know, I had my little run in with them like a year or two ago, but we're cool now. You know, I just felt with Street Beasts, I felt a little disrespected just because of just for the simple fact that, you know, I'm a big Kimbo Slice fan, and, you know, I personally knew this man, and I felt like they was disrespecting the sport, and, you know, there was a lot of stuff behind it, but it's all love now. It's all cool. You know, if you can't beat them, join them, and if you can't join them, beat them, whatever. But it's all good. The level of respect is actually there. You know, I've had conversations with several people within the organization, and, you know, it's cool. Like, you know, sometimes you know different things are bigger than yourself, and you got to get over certain situations. You feel what I'm saying? You can't always have a long running beef with a whole organization and not be able to grow from it. But I'm cool with Street Beasts. You know, I watch Street Beasts sometimes. You feel what I'm saying?
It's all for love. You know what I'm saying, for the sport.
Yeah, and I got a few people around me that have actually fought for them, so it's all good in the hood.
That's what's up, man. My podcast partner, one of them, Baby Hulk. That's my guy. That's where he blew up off of. I think his fight had like 21 million views.
I think you said Baby Hulk. I think I've seen several of his fights for Street Beasts.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. He's a wrestler, but he's like 5 foot even. His first fight, I think, was against not his first one, but the one that blew up against his kid was like 6'2" or some shit like that. And Hulk was thrashing him, bro, on the feet too. I was like, God damn.
Hey, that little dude's a fucking monster. Like he a big ass 5 foot dude, man. Like
I know.
Like, but before I knew his height, I was like, man, that's a big little motherfucker right there. And that dude, hey, he's tough.
I know.
He's tough.
I feel like such a shitty friend after like listening to you talk about how your friends are like telling you to go pro. You're like, I'm waiting till I'm ready. Because I've been telling him because his name is so big though. I feel like he can make some bread, but I also understand after talking to you, like he's got to wait till he's ready.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, he's got talent. That dude's got talent. He's got a special talent, and he better use it while he can. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta, of course, go when you're ready, but at the same point in time, you know, you gotta get this bread while it's available to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta love what you're doing. You know, that's where I'm at in my life right now. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. But at the same point in time, I do not care about the money. I just love doing what I do.
Hell yeah. That's like the way to live life. I feel like, man, if you could make some money, you don't gotta be rich, but if you live off your passion, I feel like that's when you made it in life, man.
But at the same point, in time, I still got a full-time job just in case, you know. You always got to have a plan B and other sources of income to make it, because sometimes, like I said, when you're at the beginning stages of your fight career, the money ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? You got to put that time in and that work in and take different opportunities to make that money grow. You feel me?
1,000%. Some accommodate said, Baby Hulk, he's 5 foot tall and 5 foot wide.
Fact, that's a big dude, man, to be so short.
Yeah. Benjamin Foe said need Kwame Brown in here next. That's crazy. I actually reached out. I was actually trying to get him on. Have you seen Kwame Brown snapping lately on Matt Barnes? And
oh yeah, man, he talking his shit. Like he is pissed off. Like I feel like it's on site. But if he sees whoever in person, it's on site. Like for real.
Yeah, one way or the other. Even if you don't want it, I'm sure that you're saying the other side gonna want it too. You know.
Yeah, like that. That's one of them things where on site means on site. It's going down. It don't matter where you at. It's going down.
This is the last question we got, so I'll run this one up, and then we're going an hour. So I'll let you get going. I appreciate your time too, again, man. But somebody asked, "Do you think Canelo or is Benjamin Foe?" So do you think Canelo is overrated?
No. Canelo is Canelo. He is an awesome boxer. Much respect to Canelo. Like this dude is a beast. But you know, with the game of boxing, there's always someone better than you. And, he's taken some L's, but he's also had some great wins too. It's a part of the game. You can't win them all. We're not all Floyd Mayweather, and we're not all Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson's either. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a part of the game. You win some, you lose some. But long as you live to live another day, it's all good. You can keep perfecting your craft. I'm a big Canelo fan myself, so I rocks with Canelo.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not a big boxing guy, but there's a few guys that stand out to me. Canelo's one of them.
Yes, sir. And you like Gervonta Davis? Like that's my guy right now too, man. That dude, I like his swag.
I'm sure he'll be there too. Isn't he signed under Mayweather?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. I think he's signed under Mayweather. He's got a big fight coming up too.
Yeah. I remember when him and TJ Dillashaw were talking shit back and forth. I wanted that to happen so bad, man.
Man, he would wreck TJ Dillashaw. And I like TJ Dillashaw.
I think so too, man.
TJ Dillashaw's
crazy power, man.
Yeah, TJ Dillashaw's chin ain't strong enough for Gervonta Davis.
Hell no. All due respect to TJ. I want to get him on here eventually too, but yeah, Gervonta and all stand up. I don't want no part of that. Yeah, I want no part of that, man. All right, one last one. Boxing or MMA?
Oh, so I gotta pick and choose now. Okay. This is what we're doing. No, but for real, for real, of course I'm an MMA guy all day to the death of me. But boxing has grown on me heavily these past 2 years because I was a Mike Tyson era type of guy, and then I got out of boxing after that, and I didn't respect boxing after Mike Tyson and Roy Jones and stuff like that, and I didn't really care for boxing until Floyd got his name bigger, and then still being an MMA guy. MMA world and boxing world are two different crowds, you feel what I'm saying? And with me being in the MMA world for such a long time, that's my shit. And boxing was out of the question. But, since I got into boxing, I found another passion that I love now, and it's part of my arsenal of being a well-rounded fighter. And, when I do go back to MMA one day, maybe here soon, to fight an MMA fight, I feel sorry for these MMA guys that I will fight because my hands right now are better than they've ever been, and it's a problem.
Oh shit! Come back like Usman.
Yes, sir.
Well, shit, man. I appreciate you joining me tonight, man. You want to shout any of your sponsors or your socials and stuff like that again?
Man, look, if I shout out my sponsors, we'll be here for the rest of the night. Like I got one of my sponsor shirts on right now. Moon Juice, the only cryptocurrency powered by an energy drink. They just jumped. I just jumped on board with them, and I'm actually invested in with their company now. And they've really looked out for me, and it's been great. Like the amount of sponsors I've gotten since the announcement of this fight is just wild. Like it's awesome. And of course, I put my Fusion CBD water up earlier. There, damn it. There we go. Fusion CBD products. They're one of my big sponsors right now. And I finally got a deal done with them. And, I got Dreamland Organics, North Carolina CBD Empire. I got Queen Anne's Revenge, Wildly Pure, Curious Flavors. I got a lot of local businesses. That's what I had planned to do, was do like some hometown favorite stuff. And, once the bigger guy, once I got, a few of my hometown people, local businesses on the team, that's when the bigger people start reaching out. They were reaching out before, but, I wanted to do some hometown support first, you feel what I'm saying? Because, my hometown is what's been supporting me on this journey and showing me mad love throughout this fight camp and stuff for this fight. And, now that I got these bigger companies, hitting me up, it's a true blessing, and, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's your community, man. You got to look out so they can look out for you too.
Yes, sir, man. Especially like, once you get to this stage, people are going to come for you, and some people are going to ask for handouts and this, that, and third. But, I've actually had a couple people like that, but, I'm not worried about that. But the amount of people that showed me love and support for this fight has been unbelievable. Like, people I didn't even know were fans and watch my moves, man. Like and looked up to me, man. Like it's a blessing, and I say shout out to them and my teammates and my family. I know everybody's tired of my shit right now because like I'm really being an asshole to a lot of people right now because I'm in fight mode. I don't mean to be an asshole, but it's part of the fight game for me. Like I'm mentally prepared right now, like mentally prepared, and I'm happy with fighting again. And like I said, this is my 12th pro fight, so this is a big moment for me, and this is the reawakening of beast mode activated.
Hell yeah, man. Low key too. 12 is my lucky number, but it's off some random shit. It's off a Simpsons episode. Like,
oh my God, get the fuck out of here. That's where I got that shit from.
Get the fuck out, for real?
Yes, sir. Look, like I literally hold on. I literally got that shit tatted on my arm, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
Bro, that's crazy as hell. Wait, so is it from the same episode I'm thinking about, or
like this episode came on when I was like literally like I'm 33 years old right now. This episode came on when I was like 15 years old. And what the fuck was it? They was doing something and 12 popped up and they said something. Oh, damn, I gotta remember that shit. And I was like, holy fuck, that's gonna be my lucky number. 12 is gonna be my number.
Bro, that's so fucking crazy, bro.
And that ended up being my first tattoo, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
Dog, that is wild, bro. Cause like obviously like I never expected that to be the case. That's crazy as hell. Yeah, that's my lucky number 2. Off of the Simpsons as well. That's wild, man.
Man, that is some wild shit, man. Like, hey, look, it's your birthday in August too.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Are you playing with me?
Yes, my birthday is August the 16th. Leo season all day.
I'm August 10th.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Hey, bro, that's some crazy shit, man. I don't really believe in like astrology and shit like that too much, but like that's gotta be. There's no coincidence in that, man. Oh shit. Oh, thinking my actually. Oh, maybe his phone might have died.
There we go. Man, look, man, I don't know what that was, but like this joint kicked me all the way out.
Bro, I see it too because you popped back up twice, and it was like, nope, nope.
Man, I think us talking about astrology just killed us all.
That whole conversation like just blew my mind. That's crazy.
Yes, sir, man. That's wild.
Well, shit, man. I appreciate you tapping in. We'll have to get you back on. We'll do some predictions and shit. I'll get you on Baby Hawk too. Oh, yes, wanted to ask you. So you're in North Carolina?
No, I'm in Virginia, actually.
Okay. That's what I figured. Oh, that's where Baby Hawk is. He's in Wilmington. I don't know if you're him or not. Yeah. But shit, man, I appreciate you joining, man.
Yes, sir, man. We have to link up again. Maybe do some post fight or something. Like if you want to hit me up when I get to Miami, because I mean, all the cameras and stuff are gonna be on me, but I can make some time and we can link up while I'm there and talk about some different shit to keep everything fresh and funky. And I'll have a lot of people around me, and we can put them on game too. You feel what I'm saying?
1,000%, man. Leo gang, I'm already down
all day.
Hey, I actually might be down there. I'm trying to figure out if I got the pass or not, because I got the press passes for everything else, but they haven't sent me one for this one yet. So I don't know.
Hey, if you come down there, we gotta link up then.
Bro, 1,000%, man.
Yes, sir.
Post-fight celebration drinks, a couple of them.
Look, after the fight, I am not drinking just for the simple fact that, I got another fight announcement after this one. If everything goes God willing and God's plan, and I come out injury-free and safe, and I got another fight announcement after this one, but we'll talk about that one later.
All right, bet.
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem. I'll see you, Brian.
Yes, sir.
My man, gang, Leo gang in the bitch. Shout out to everybody who tapped in during the live stream. I really appreciate y'all. I'll get this up. I'll get it edited and put it on Woodward Sports as well. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I haven't done one of these in so long. I don't even remember how to sign off. Oh, I got you. I know how to sign off. We ain't even tripping. We already know how it is.
It's easy. Speak easy, baby.